Hello class, and today I'll be presenting to you Sarcasm and Irony, the literary convention. Irony is the expression of one's meaning by using language that normally signifies the opposite, typically for humorous or emphatic effect. An example of irony is that a pilot has a fear of heights, or that a teacher says to a student, "My God, you look very enthusiastic," to the student who is not talking and not working. Similarities between the two. They are both usually used for comedic purposes, and both are usually the opposite of what was supposed to happen, or meaning the opposite of what was said. They are all usually used in movies or plays. There are three different types of irony: dramatic irony, verbal irony, and situational irony. Dramatic irony is when the viewers of a play or movie is aware of something that the character is not aware of. By example, as you can see in the poster for Jaws, the girl swimming over has no idea that a shark is below her and about to eat her, but the audience can very much see that the shark is going to eat her. Verbal irony is when a speaker says the opposite of what they mean. By example, the sign says that the literacy program shows improvement, but there is a mistake in the word Mississippi. Situational irony is when the opposite of what you thought was going to happen happens. By example, the invention of gunpowder was discovered in an attempt to find the elixir to immortality. And this is situational irony because trying to find the elixir to immortality, they actually invented something that causes harm and death to other people. Sarcasm is when you use verbal irony to mock or convey contempt. By example, if someone says to a man that is at the supermarket, "What are you doing here?" and the guy responds with, "Oh, just hunting elephants." That is sarcasm because obviously he's not really doing that, but he's kind of showing to the other guy that, well, obviously I'm shopping for groceries. Tips on using situational irony. If you are a playwright or director, situational irony can be your very best friend and is very good at giving a shock effect to the spectators. Also, situational irony usually keeps the crowd interested because a movie that is predictable is usually not very interesting and not very good. Because there is no surprise, and situational irony is shocking and not expected. Again, if you're directing a movie, you can use it to your advantage. Because like in horror movies, the killer can be seen peeking in the window, but the character can't see that. Can't so that creates a sense of fear in the audience, which is very good usually when you're writing a horror movie or like a thriller or a mystery. Tips on using sarcasm. If someone says, "What are you doing?" when you're obviously doing something, like in that example with the hunting elephants, you can hit them with a, just flying my horse or something ridiculous like that, which is for comedic purposes and will sometimes get you a laugh. And if someone, let's say, is eating not a lot at the dinner table, just say something like, "Oh my, you are very hungry, aren't you?" Basically just saying the opposite of what is happening on purpose, again for comedic purposes. And sarcasm is basically just verbal irony, but comedic. So that's pretty much it on tips on using sarcasm. Thank you for watching my presentation on sarcasm and irony. This has been by Ashton Lovett.